Welcome to Let's Talk Wellness, where we will be sharing insights into the world of mental health and wellness as we explore traditional medicine and holistic healing options. It's time to have new conversations about mental health. Join Mara James, the founder and CEO of the Hugs for Life Healing Center, as she guides us along this journey. And now, let's talk wellness.
Welcome to Let's Talk Wellness. I am your host, Mara James, and I'm excited to introduce to you one of my amazing friends and a very special woman, Tilly Levine.
Thank you, Mara. I'm so honored to be here.
I wish we could be together in person. So Tilly, why don't you share with our friends about how you co-founded Tillys and then that led into your work that you did there with children, and then how you were the founder of TLC, Tillys Life Center.
Okay, so this is a long journey. Me and my ex-husband, we co-founded Tillys in 1982. And for the entire time, we were always felt that we need to support the community that's supporting us, because this is how it works. You got to be giving to get back. And we felt that it's very important to do something back for the community. So we were always very connected to the youth. And in probably 20 years ago, we started a golf tournament that were supporting a community in Trabuco Canyon, and we actually built 2 Tillys homes. And Tillys employees were kind of adopted this group of teenagers, and we went a few times a year to do some events there, to do cooking lessons. We gave each kid twice a year a backpack with all the stuff that they actually requested, size, color. And I knew all the kids by name and their favorite. And I was watching those kids after 4 or 5 years that they went back to the community. And I was telling myself, I'm fooling myself. I feel really good. I give back, but I'm not solving the problem. These kids going back to their community and they don't feel good about themselves. They feel dependent on other people. They feel second-class citizens. They don't believe in their power and themselves. They don't have the tools actually how to become the best they can be. So this was a moment that I said, we got to do something else. We need to not give them the fish, but teach them how to fish. And that's how Tillys Life Center born. We established it in 2012, and we created a curriculum for 12 lessons that basically giving them the tools how to love themselves, how to find their uniqueness, their gift, and how to let go of all their negative thoughts and feelings, because basically their thoughts create their feelings and their feelings create their behaviors. So how easy is it to just think differently, right? So we came up with all kind of techniques and tools that they gave them how to shift their thoughts and to create a different energy and let them feel positive about themselves, and everything that is negative to learn how to release. And that's how we started. We started in Boys and Girls Club in San Juan Capistrano. We had 16 kids that signed up. And within 3 months that we thought it's a little empowerment program, we all were blown away how powerful and the program was and how magical was the change, because giving those tools that we usually get them at midlife crisis, giving it to the kids at age 14, 15, when the brain is not fixed emotionally yet and actually developing, they just grab it and learn a new language in 3 weeks. It was absolutely magical. We have 2 kids that tried to kill themselves, and they were 1.5 years in therapy and nothing helped. And they were on all kind of antidepressant medication. Within 3 weeks, got off the medication, blooming and succeeding in high school and graduating, actually, even in college afterwards. So we realized we have something way more powerful. The kids wanted to continue. So that one phase of 12 lessons became 4 phases with 48 classes. And over the years, we actually realized that this program is so important to give to all our youth. They don't have to have a special crisis or special need. They just need it as a human being, body, mind, and soul. We need to give attention to the soul. We need to give them emotional tools, how to deal with their emotional stage and how to become mentally healthy. So we actually were able to start doing our program in regular public schools. Huntington Beach was the first district. And UCI actually conducted a research for 1.5 years with control groups of kids that did the program and didn't do it in all the elements of the social emotional learning. And the results were amazing. It has been published. UCI also approved it as academical program that they're teaching for the last probably 7 years in the School of Education. So we start expanding to more and more high schools. So we have over 7,000 students. And the pandemic hit. So we realized that we can't leave our students alone. We modify our program to virtual within 3 weeks and continue supporting our youth. And it was the most popular virtual class in a high school. And this opened a whole new page for us. This actually gave us the tools to actually teach virtually teachers. And Orange County mental health organization gave us in December $75,000 grant to teach 35 teachers in high school so they can teach the program and we can reach way more kids. And it will be way more physical to do with a budget of nonprofit. So we actually completed this first project. The teachers were amazing. They loved it. They all gave us an amazing feedback, and they are so excited to start teaching it this fall. And so now with this experience, we actually reach out to out of states. We have, I think, 4 or 5 new states that we are virtually teaching their teachers in the next couple months and getting them ready for fall. And this is it, that it doesn't matter if your challenge is physical, that you seek, because we also running this program in Chuck Hospital in a cancer department for the last 10 years. Actually 9, sorry. That it helped them tremendous to deal with their physical illness, keeping their mind positive. It's so important. So either physical, emotional, or social, that they come from really difficult social circumstances. The tools are the same: how not to become a victim of your circumstances, how to help yourself. Nobody else can help you unless you help yourself. But we can give them the support, the love, the compassion, the confidence that they are not alone, so they can actually acquire those tools and succeed. So basically, this is in a nutshell.
That is so beautiful. And what I love is I've met some of the employees that work at TLC, Tilly's Life Center, And what I love that you do, Tilly, is that you have them go through the program. So they believe in it, they support it, and then they could help promote it. So it really comes from their heart versus just, a job. But also I know that it's had a profound impact on a lot of them on their own healing and, healing their inner child, things that they've never worked on. So even though your program's more geared towards children, towards the youth, it's so powerful for anybody at any age.
Absolutely. It's for any age, but since we are non-profit, we focus on the teenagers because this is the most crucial time that it's so important that they'll make the right choices, because they start to have too much power in their hands and we want them to choose the right path. But it's definitely for all ages, even the teachers that are not going to teach this program, but by going through the program, they all said that they will be better teachers and better people. It helps you to release toxic from your body and negativity and be in a positive place. So it is really important. And I feel very blessed that I am able to do this, because today I actually know that this is my destiny. Maybe all my success with Tillys was so I will be able to have the connection to the youth with the coolness factor. Tillys, with their generosity and their legacy of giving back, is make it possible for us to grow. And I'm so grateful for the Tillys team for it, and for Chezi Shaked, the co-founder, and the president, Ed Thomas, and all Tillys employees that are there to help us and raise more money for us and make it possible, because the youth is our new generation. This is our new parents, our new employees, our new leaders, and we want to make them the best they can be so they can make this world a better place and less negative and more pure and more about succeeding together.
That is so profound. And, one of my favorite sayings is that hurt people hurt people. And as you're helping our precious children to heal any pains or hurts that they may have, it's going to make them better citizens and better parents for their children.
Yeah.
And what I love about you, Tilly, is that you practice what you preach. I've been on a very long healing journey with my own father, and that's a whole other story. But it's profound that you and Hezi are so close, and your exes, and that the fact that you guys traveled together with your husband and his girlfriend, it's so beautiful. And really leading by example is one of the greatest gifts that you have really shown to others.
Well, this is one of the class, actually, that you walk what you talk. And because you have to be true to yourself, you have to be connected, and you have to choose positivity in everywhere you go. And if the circumstances lead you to divorce, why not making it the best way and make it good for everybody around? We are best friends. We did not break the family. We celebrate holidays and birthday together. And we made it easy for the kids to feel that the ground is still solid under their feet.
That is the biggest gift that you've done for them. And, it's so much easier said than done. I have several friends that go through a divorce, and I've heard them backstabbing their husbands or, their ex-husbands in front of the children. And I see the effect that it has on the children. So, and I know sometimes you can't do that. We can't help the adults. And that's why having your program is so powerful. To be able to help the children, right? So can you share with us some of the tools? What is the name of the program? Does it have
Okay, the program called I Am Me.
Uh-huh.
The first year is, if you take it once a week, it's a class of 90 minutes. It's including a lot of discussion, interaction, sharing, either with pairs or small groups, or popcorn sharing in the entire class. And it's giving the kids opportunity to open up with their peers and get the support from the peers. That's so different than they going to a therapy. That's why those kids that has a lot of pain and emotion that they hold, negative emotions that they hold inside, and they ignoring, they have the opportunity to let go. I can tell you a couple stories that are really, really interesting. And that's basically how we got the first class in Huntington Beach in Ocean View, that it was in a bell time in a public school. We were teaching in J. Sarah, in continuation school. And it was a girl there that was raped by her uncle. And she had she was 15 with a baby in a class.
Wow.
And she was able to do forgiving to her uncle with all the support of the kids around. And you see in the end of the class how her eyes were shining, and like a big lot of just got removed from her body, a big cloud. And it doesn't mean that she has to agree with her uncle. It doesn't mean she has to talk to him, but she was able to let go and release those negative feelings and replace them with positive feelings. And basically, this is the key of the program. We identify the negativity first. You have to be aware of it. We have a mood chart that in the beginning of the class with different colors, moods, and bracelet. And the kid actually have to check himself, check his feeling. Okay, how do I feel today? Am I tired? And I'm bored? And I'm depressed? I'm sad? Who I am today? And he actually chose a bracelet to identify it. And it's okay to have the negative feelings. So we have to be aware of them in order to be able to release them. And they have a very safe environment to do it. And once they identify the negativity, then we have different tools how to release it. We have take 5 tools for stress release and tension that included breathing, meditation, a guided meditation, physical releases like stretches and tightness and release. And then we have the positive affirmation is another very important tools that we try to think differently, and we create positive affirmations that actually start to change the way we think. And we have the tools of love and giving, doing something kind, being kind, because when you do good deeds, and then you love yourself. And that's a starting point when somebody doesn't love himself or don't feel that they're good enough. We have classes like I'm safe, I'm enough, I'm communicated, I'm part of the community, I'm a good friend, I'm drama free. And so we have, as I told you, 48 classes that are running, and we're working on a 5th phase that it's a relationship course. And being a nonprofit, and I'm coming from the business world, it's really hard to expand. I mean, you would think this is so wonderful. Everybody that does it, it's just does miracle. Why we are not everywhere? Why? So this is a nonprofit, and it comes to budget again. So we need all the help to actually not only fund it, but also expose it. If we can get a documentary done, or get some programs that we can present the program in a different places, or even just connect us with different schools, school district, parents. We are able to do presentation, a fabulous presentation in 30 minutes online, and open all new windows. And we're actually getting a lot more budget right now. The world is totally aware of the crisis, the mental health crisis of our youth is beyond. I think 20% of our kids actually have some kind of mental health issues, depression, anxiety, violence, addiction, substance addiction, and all kind of other issues that the school don't know how to deal with, and they really need it. And it's actually become like a new subject. It's called SEL.
Mm-hmm.
That's a terminology of the educational world, and it's social emotional learning. And we are qualified to do all what's required in this curriculum that we have, and actually the teacher curriculum that we have, that we actually teach the teachers how to teach it.
Right. And now they say with COVID, the next pandemic is mental health, and definitely getting in front of the 8 ball with what you're doing is profound, because hopefully we can help the children increase their emotional quotient versus their intelligence, and help them, prevent them from suffering, from self-medicating or doing anything worse. So
What's so cool? A lot of the kids don't have that emotional support at home. And it's not because the parents are not good, or it's just the kids. It's naturally that the kids doesn't want to listen to the parent. But we're teaching them that it doesn't matter what's the world around them has. They have the power to change it by the way they're reacting. Mm-hmm. And I can give you a little small story of a kid that actually, when he finished that I'm Forgiven class, that it's a very cool class. The kids, after we discuss what is all the negative things that they holding in, that they want to let go, they're writing it down, and they tear it and shredded it completely. And we're giving them clay pot. They painted it beautifully, and they put all this negative stuff that they tore on the bottom. They put soil, and we're planting seeds, and within a week they have some sprouts coming out and flower. So they're learning from something bad, something good comes out. And they actually, it's not just a lesson, it's experience. So they can remember it a lot better, that they have to let go of the negativity in order to be in a good place. So this kid who was feeling really good didn't want to go home. So I asked, why don't you want to go home? He said, well, I'm feeling finally good. I'll go home. My dad will start to yell at me that I'm just like my mother because she just left. And I will get so mad. I will get into my room, throw everything away, won't be able to do my homework. So I said, listen, we just learned that it's in our power how to control ourselves. We cannot change other people, but we can react different. So let's choose a positive word. Instead of getting mad with your dad, you use a word like hope. So next time he yells at you, you say, I hope one day you realize I'm not like your mother. I'm like my mother. And go and do your things. Don't get into this negativity. It took 3 days and his dad stopped yelling because he brought his dad to a positive place instead of falling into his dad negative place. So the kids learned the power of positivity, the power of giving, the power of forgiving, the power of love and kindness. And it's life-changing.
And self-love, which you promote so often, which is so important.
Yeah.
That is so wonderful. And Tilly, what is the best way for people to get in touch with either you or the foundation?
The website is tillyslifecenter.org.
Okay.
And all the information is on the website. And we have a lot of material about our program and how to connect with us. And that's probably the best way.
That's beautiful. And I'd like to personally say thank you. And one of the silver linings from COVID is that your program went virtual, and my daughter was able to attend, and she loved it. And she had another friend, and they were all at different locations. So, seeing how the effect that it had on her was so powerful.
Yeah, it is. What's so amazing, it's so simple. And the simple things in life, that's what works, because it is really simple. And it touches everyone, because this is all human being being connected to himself and others. It's what makes them happy, actually.
Beautiful. So again, I'd like to say it's Tillys, Tillys Life, L-I-F-E Center, CENTER.org. And Tilly, I want to know if there's anything else that you want to share with our friends that are listening today.
Yeah, I just want everyone to know that we cannot do it alone. And we really need to, all of us, put our gifts and uniqueness to try to make this world a better place. And one of the most powerful thing is to do it through education and with our new generation to come. So we will have less divorces and better relationship everywhere, in politics, in our jobs, at home, and and hopefully we will have more people get involved and help spreading the word.
Absolutely. I see it already happening. And that is so beautiful. So Tilly, I'd like to say thank you. And to our guests, don't forget that you all are amazing.
Yes, this is a positive affirmation.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Let's Talk Wellness. This podcast has been brought to you by the Hugs for Life Healing Center, a division of the Extraordinary Lives Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you would like to listen to more conversations like this, we invite you to subscribe to our mailing list at www.elfempowers.org to be notified when our weekly episodes are published. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to bringing you our next conversation on Let's Talk Wellness.